Coached by Carlo Ancelotti. The former strikers Patrick Kluivert and Ole Gunnar Solskjær, two Champions League winners in their day, to begin proceedings at Old Trafford. A footballing feast, but there will be a competitive edge. We had Mesmo, Ryan Giggs, another huge roar as he marauds down that left-hand side. The Manchester United assistant manager to Ashley Cole. Chance for the first Beckham cross of the day, which is cleared by his former Manchester United teammate Silvestre. And then Cafu back to dispossess Cole, and the first Scholes volley of the day goes over the crossbar.
Well, he's got the technique to put that in the back of the net. He's over the years he's scored some wonderful goals, Paul Scholes, and it's been a great start to the game for the Great Britain and Ireland side. Beckham's had a lot of touches. It comes out here up to Scholes, one thing in his mind, and he has got the technique on not on occasions.
Of course, can't prevent that. Footballing rivalry. Trying to pick out Ashley Cole, who's up against Cafu. Two former Roma fullbacks, and Cafu has committed the foul.
He didn't know Cafu, didn't he? Because Ashley Cole is still playing. Cafu read it well, and a little bit harsh, but he's given the free kick.
Beckham assumes responsibility, and that needed tipping over by the former Manchester United goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar.
Well, you know, he's always had quality in that right foot at delivering crosses in dead ball situations. It's a comfortable save for Van der Sar. I think at his age he's got to get it a bit lower to make him work.
Point out as well that the Great Britain Ireland team have three current Premier League players in their starting 11. Lovely control by Beckham. Silvestre with the interception. And he's one of those current players, Darren Fletcher, now of course with West Bromwich Albion. Given away by Phil Neville. One back by Fletcher. Here's Scholes. Set himself. You could see the intention on that occasion. It didn't quite have the execution to beat Van der Sar.
Well, they're enjoying themselves at the minute. Great Britain and Ireland team. Scholes, yeah, he has got the ability, there's no doubt about that. But Van der Sar, great goalkeeper over the years and very tall.
One back by Butt. Slipped into Beckham. He's managed to pick out Ryan Giggs. Crouch. But might fancy a go. Good save from Van der Sar. Ashley Cole on the follow-up into the side netting.
He's never been renowned for his goal scoring, has he, Ashley Cole? That was a good chance, wasn't it? Great Britain and Ireland dominating the game, which you expect with the legs there. Nicky Butt, good effort. Another good save. Van der Sar tested this time low to his right. Ashley Cole, he'll be disappointed. He's got Crouch standing there as well for a tap-in. There's the shot again. This time they do test Van der Sar. He gets down. It's a good save, pushes it well away.
The offside flag is up. It's a fabulous ball from Ronaldinho.
Well, it's took him what? It's just 11 and a half minutes to get into the game, really. He's not touched the ball. But I'm surprised. You've got to give him the ball wherever he's available. He's a great player to watch. It can be frustrating for your teammates, but the fans love the way he plays football.
Beckham trying to find Crouch, who's onside and denied by Van der Sar. Here comes Fletcher. Silvestre stops it on the line. Well, the rest of the world are living dangerously.
Well, Peter Crouch should score first, shouldn't he? But the Van der Sar again, showed all his experience, fantastic save. And Silvestre didn't really know a great deal about the follow-up.
Solskjær. Back to him by Kluivert. Great Britain and Ireland team enjoying themselves. But Phil Neville in an advanced position. He's done well to keep it in. Beckham to cross it in. Scholes arriving! Well, that was like winding back the years. Beckham's cross. Scholes' header. Seen that once or twice, and it's broken the deadlock with the first goal of the afternoon. and Paul Scholes finished it off.
Well, it has been coming. Again, this right-hand side. Alex Ferguson sitting there with a smile, as you say, and how many times you saw that ball coming in from David Beckham over the years on this right-hand side, wraps his foot round it. Scholes knows he's going to hit the spot, he just gambles under the near post. And it's a good header, just heads it down. Van der Sar this time, no chance. Very good header. Great ball in by David Beckham.
An event like this, you can still see what it means to them, Chris, as well.
Yeah, you've always got that competitive edge where it doesn't matter, you know, if I was saying to kick around with your kid in the garden, you want to win all the time. It's been brought into you, and especially a club like Manchester United with Alex Ferguson in charge. So, yeah, they'll want to win this game, though.
It's lifted in by Giggs. Much felt he was fouled by Silvestre.
Which he was.
There's that famous smile, but he might not be smiling if something comes of this. Lifted in by Giggs. Good improvisation by Silvestre. Strong challenge from Figo, and it needed to be. There's the tricks from Ronaldinho. Look one way past the other. Cafu. Having your age advantage. Assisted Ashley Cole there. But Cafu hasn't given it up. York goes down under the challenge of John Terry, and Luigi Collina says get up. He's spoilt for choice. He's chosen Giggs, and he went for goal himself.
Wasted opportunity, good counter-attack. Ryan Giggs got a smile on his face there. Right, trying to catch the keeper out.
Beckham's looking for Giggs, and he's found him. It's brilliant. Giggs. Crouch couldn't get that. Neither could Fletcher. And the rest of the world survived.
Great ball, Beckham again. It's Giggs at the far post, isn't he? Great first touch, and Van der Sar's playing very, very well.
45 now, but reflex is being tested. Dutch international. And Seedorf. 49 now, Clarence Seedorf. Pick out Figo, then Ronaldinho. Kluivert's onside. Very comfortably in the end by Carragher. Scholes has probably had more touches on the ball than any other player at the moment.
Yeah, he's just playing that role just off Peter Crouch, isn't he, today? He's got that license to stay higher up the field, and he's already been heavily involved in the best moments. Ooh, not that time.
Even he's human. Don't see that too often over the years.
He probably thought it was a trick. I brought it down, but that's what he'd probably say to everybody after.
Beckham. Pulled back to Scholes. That was a terrific block by Mikaël Silvestre.
It was. Again, Beckham, who's been heavily involved in most things Man United have done. Man United, sorry, Great Britain. But Paul Scholes really could have been on a hat-trick, couldn't he? He's always available.
Seedorf to pick out Cafu, who was unlucky.
Well, it was a lot better by the rest of the world, wasn't it? And Cafu was waving to the crowd. He's still got that energy, doesn't he? Look where he is, how high he's got up the field. He might have said, yeah, 10 years ago, but not today.
Here's Fletcher. Scholes trying to bring it down and flash it over the bar.
He's on a mission today, isn't he? He's got that role with number 10 role, really, so he's enjoying himself. He could have had a hat-trick easy so far.
Needs to deliver it. Crouch got the first touch, and then John Terry couldn't find the target.
Typical centre-half, isn't it? Unless it's on the head, stay back. Once it's hit the ground, you might as well start running back. It's a good chance for John Terry. It's difficult, it's bounced high, he's trying to get over it.
Here come Great Britain, and again with Ashley Cole, 3 in the penalty area. Just too strong for the man of the moment, David Beckham arriving. It's his goal that most of the stadium there's Park. his shirt pulled, then Figo! Almost.
Well, it's the first bit of, well, good opportunity that created the rest of the world, wasn't it? And Ronaldinho has not really been on the ball up. Figo gives a 1-2, great strength, great layup. He doesn't blast it, he just tries to place it. He just puts his foot round it, tries to place it in that corner. It just goes way to the post.
McAllister, lovely touch, Scholes. He's shooting onside today.
Too right he is. What's that? About 6 attempts he's had on goal, hasn't he? And again.
Scholes again on the ball. And that fall to Terry, and still. Others are again alert to the situation. He was 40 years, 205 days old when he won his last Premier League medal. Edwin van der Sar. Age was never a problem. In fact, Alex Ferguson said he got better with age. Here's Ronaldinho. Oh, what about that? Oh, it's a shame it won't count because the offside flag is up. But that was exquisite from Ronaldinho.
Well, that's what you come to these games for. When his name's on the team sheet, you expect things like this. He gets a little bit of good fortune, but looking one way, look, he's looking to the right. Unfortunately, Kluivert, who just drifts offside. Look, he gets a little bit of good fortune there. You know, it's like you don't need to play anybody in front of him really. He was sort of a right back wing back, right winger. He just did the whole right hand side. So whoever played in front of him must have been a dream because he could have gone up and down that pitch.
Beckham to Crouch. Couldn't quite pull that one off, and it might still be alive for Great Britain and Ireland. McAllister, Scholes again available and again shooting. Blocked by Silvestre. And the foul by Ashley Cole. And now Figo might be in the wars.
We've run out of substitutions already. That's the world. Here's Peter Crouch with that bicycle kick. I remember him scoring. Did he score a hat-trick against Jamaica?
Beckham's cross. Silvestre again with an important defensive header. Be a break on for the rest of the world. Ronaldinho, beautifully done. Now Kluivert taking on Carragher and going round Carragher. And then Terry came to Great Britain and Ireland's rescue.
That was quality by Kluivert, wasn't it? Jamie Carragher, he sends it one way or the other. He had to pay to get back into the ground there, didn't he?
Kluivert, of course, who famously, back in '95, the winning goal in the Champions League final for Ajax. Giggs trying to go all the way through. Van der Sar again, very alive to the situation. For this club here, Manchester United and Ryan Giggs, 963 games. York. Figo onto his left.
I think we just come into the game with the rest of the world because you've got to say Great Britain and Ireland have come off the pace. They'll be feeling the pace a lot. They've had a lot of ball.
It's eventually arrived. Neatly done by Crouch. Beckham's encouraged to shoot. Still no golden goal on his golden day.
Well, as you say, he's very much encouraged to shoot. He had Neville on the outside. He could have rolled it. Never tripled the goal.
Throw. Fletcher wants teammates. Direct competition. Here's Seedorf. A career he had as well in the Champions League with 3 different clubs. Clarence Seedorf. There's the head of Ronaldinho.
It's strange, isn't it? When Ronaldinho gets the ball, you don't want him to pass it, do you? You just want him to do tricks with it.
On the left-hand side. Last minute of the first half. Here's Scholes. Trying to slide in Crouch, who's offside. Won't count. A smart finish. And the flag was already up.
Yes, he was offside. We've got a good view from up here. Lanesman sticks his flag up very quickly. Again, Paul Scholes.
And that is the last action of this first half of the match for children. And it is Great Britain and Ireland who have the lead. Edwin van der Sar has kept the score down, but he was beaten. Now playing for Great Britain and Ireland.
Substitution for Great Britain and Ireland.
Fresh at the age of 41. That's one back by Fletcher. Crouch from range. And Ray van der Hau, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, on for Edwin van der Sar with his first save.
He made that look easy, didn't he? He stuck as well. He didn't push it away. It was a good strike by Peter Crouch.
Figo, this is patient from the rest of the world. Kluivert. So many bodies back there. Tidied up in the end by Darren Fletcher. And given away by the West Brom player. Pirès. Trying the curler.
Well, the rest of the world have definitely come into the game, and they're dominating the ball at the minute.
Ronaldinho. First time touch to Figo. Ronaldinho is at it again. Now can he finish it off? Seaman got a touch, and it was an important one.
Well, the game now has really dropped its pace, and it's suiting Ronaldinho. He's finding little holes, little pockets where he's picking the ball up, and they're not closing them down as quick now. So he's starting to show all them skills which we've seen over the years.
A bit of history between these two, of course, Ronaldinho and David Seaman. As Pirès takes the corner towards the Brazilian. Here's York, who captained Trinidad and Tobago at a World Cup against Manchester City.
Yep, and we're going to see Ronaldinho v David Seaman again.
Will it be the same result? Here comes Ronaldinho. Couldn't test Seaman on that occasion. And the conversation continues.
Not this time, he's saying. I think David Seaman had that covered as well.
Michael Owen, as I mentioned, only scored 5 times for Manchester United, most famously at that end against Manchester City, and he was close there.
Yeah, it's good delivery and a bit of eye contact between the two of them, wasn't it? Owen started towards the back.
Assessing the situation, David Beckham is looking for Scholes' run, and then Owen, Michael Owen, 2-0. The former England teammates embrace. Michael Owen has a goal on his return to Old Trafford, and Great Britain and Ireland have doubled their advantage.
I think Phil Neville would add word to David Beckham. He made a 60-yard run on the overlap. Wouldn't give him it. He picked Scholes up at the far post. It's a great pullback. A little bit of good fortune, Owen, but the finish eventually is a good finish. Just pops up there. It's a good volley. It's in there.
35-year-old gives Great Britain and Ireland a 2-goal cushion. Here's Figo. Round Sol Campbell. Dwight York tried to give it him back. Figo still going. Terrific block from Ashley Cole, and it needed to be. Nearly a moment of magic from Figo. Donovan away from Neville. A little bit of space now for York. Donovan's available again. Figo. Ronaldinho. York is offside.
I think they're looking for the perfect goal there.
York. Trying to feed Donovan, onside. Back to Dwight York. 2-1. Dwight York, who scored 65 times for Manchester United, has the first goal of the day for the rest of the world, and they've managed to reduce the deficit for Carlo Ancelotti's team.
What a very good goal as well, though, wasn't it? Great ball by him. This is a great pullback by Donovan. York puts him in. You think he's going to square it across the goal. He's got options in the box. Everybody thinks he's going across the 6-yard box. Great pullback, and that's a wonderful finish by Dwight York. passes it into net, doesn't blast it, side foot, opens himself up and just passes it bottom corner.
Ronaldinho, tricks and flicks beginning to become more evident here. York, Kluivert, what a goal that would have been. The former Dutch international denied by David Seaman.
Ronaldinho's coming at his own now, isn't he? Figo's shown some great touches as well, I've got to say.
Ronaldinho. Campbell with the chance to cross again. He was looking for Scholes. It still might come to him. Beckham. There's the effort.
He doesn't want to score, does he, David Beckham, really? He's trying his hardest to get a shot on target. He'll be happy in a minute with, but again, he's picked that ball up. Scholes heavily involved.
Suffice to say, there's a few tired legs out there at the moment. But here come the rest of the world with Ronaldinho. Tried to step inside Sol Campbell.
There's no way he's ever going to shoot. He's got to make it look good. Well, it was too easy for him to run in the box and pull the trigger and score. So Sol Campbell knew that. You could see he's going to do a trick on us here.
Donovan, a half-time substitute. Ronaldinho. Kluivert might have a shooting opportunity. Blocked by Cole, and then a tired effort from Cafu. David Beckham. Kept in by Cole. Oh, Van der Haar, and Owen is it. You never lose that poacher's instinct. Mistake by Ray van der Haar. And Mikaël Owen alive to the situation to get his second at the Stretford end, and Great Britain and Ireland's third.
Yeah, again, a lot of time on the ball. Comes across in the far post. Ashley Cole squares it. As you see here, he's got all the time, space, ball in, and he pushes it across. It's Raymond van der Howler, this one. And Mikaël Owen, as you said, goal scorers just seem to think, you know, they're just getting them areas. Look, he's anticipated, and he gets his reward. And
Scholes encouraged the shoot. He's gone for the chip. Almost a Paul Scholes special.
Well, he tried it first off with Van der Sar, didn't he? He didn't get any luck. Van der Sar read it and caught it quite comfortably. But this time, looks like he's a great disguise on it. It does look like he's going to put power in it, and he just dinks it.
Well, we've seen some great entertainment and some terrific touches. There's the one more left. Ronaldinho. Seaman was beaten.
Well, look at David Seaman, look at him as if to think, you're not going to do it again. You've had your, whatever years you've had on that last one. I don't want another one. But you're right, Steve, we saw something, he has the quality he's got. Just digs it out with his feet, look, little clip. You just don't know what he's going to do, Ronaldinho, and there's the final whistle.
Terrific afternoon.